What's up everybody? Welcome back to another Angler X video. We're into the dog days of summer. The water's warmed up and the catfish are active. So that's what we've been targeting lately on the Mississippi River. Mainly channel catfish using dip baits. Now I've traditionally used the classic plastic worm that goes into the dip bait and then you cast it out and it slowly washes away off the bait. And it doesn't stay on the greatest. And then when you pull it in, you have to dry it off, make sure it's really dry to get that bait to stick. Well, I've been working on a little bit different method for keeping a good, smelly bait down on the bottom for these channel catfish, and I want to share that with you today. We're going to try a little bit of dip bait for some channel cats today. And we're going to be using plumber's caulk. Actually, no, I filled this tube up with dip bait. Something new I'm trying, see if it's a little bit cleaner way to use dip bait. If it works, we'll talk about it a little bit later on exactly how I'm setting this up, how I get it in the tube, where I get the tubes, what I use for a bait holder, etc, etc. These are the bait holders we're going to be using for the dip bait. Something I put together on my own. This is just a plastic cover I punched out with a punch and then put a hole through it. That helps keep the bait holder above the hook, and then that hook is exposed, so when they come up and eat the bait, they're automatically getting that hook. So it's getting a little bit messy loading it while I had it in my hand, so I cut the bottom off this bottle. I'm putting the bait in there. You can see it just oozing out. It's gonna be perfect. Oh,
what? Oh, down. Oh, get it.
Fish on.
Yes! I'm lost.
Here, you want them?
I don't know what to do. Everybody stay calm. Nobody panic. Oh, what are we doing? We know better than to hand off.
First thing you're going to need is some good heavy monofilament. This is 60 pound. I like monofilament over braid because it has some buoyancy to it and it helps get that bait up off the bottom, gives it better movement in the water. Now, the amount of line you have out will dictate how much movement you have of your bait. So if you're fishing in a little heavier current, you might want a shorter leader, whereas if you're in slower water, you might want to use a longer leader. We're typically going to be about anywhere from 10 to 12 inches. We are hooked up on our first fish. It's our second spot. And it looks like a good one. He came up to the surface there.
Oof. Yeah, he is. He is not happy.
There you go. Oh, reel down. Good.
Oh my gosh, the rod feels like it's gonna break. Oh, why did I put that in there? It's not. The rod feels strong. It feels so incredibly strong. All right, we need, oh.
Can you bring them over on this side?
I can try.
But I'm gonna cut a section of that 60 pound monofilament, just like that. And in one end, I'm gonna attach a swivel. It doesn't have to be a fancy swivel, but these are 80 pound swivels. So I'm using a Palomar knot. You go through the eye once, back through. So you have a loop and then the two ends, and then you just make an overhand knot with the loop, and then you pass that swivel through the loop. And if you don't want your line to kink up, you want to pull the tag end and not the end you're going to end up keeping. Just like that. You can cut that tag end off. Now don't be afraid to use heavy line for catfish. Catfish are not line shy. They will bite the heaviest line you have. They'll bite on rope. But I like the monofilament just because it moves around in the water better. I'm gonna get ahead of you though.
Okay. He is fierce. I have this rod wedged into my hip bone to help keep it steady, and it is just jammed.
Ooh, big.
Ooh, look at him.
Okay, that's enough reeling.
Okay, ready? Oh, look at that. Wow.
Came right out too.
Wow, oh, perfect.
All right, now we're gonna prepare our dip bait holder. This is It's called mesh tube or rod protector or thread protector. You can get it on msc.com. You can get it at McMaster Car, but it's essentially for protecting like metal rods for shipping or threaded rod for shipping, protecting different stuff. It expands, but it collapses down, but it makes really good dip bait holders. So the first thing I do is I fold it over once on itself, just like that, maybe making it about an inch of overlap, and then I'm going to fold it one more time. So you end up with kind of 3 layers of that expanded mesh plastic. And grab your scissors and cut that off. So that's going to be your dip bait holder.
Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2. Woo! Look at that. Wow, look at that beautiful fish. Here, I got you. Let me give you a little more. There we go. Lots of support.
Awesome channel cat. That's our first one of the night. We're kind of just getting started. We tried one spot, no bites. Second spot, which looks like this. We got that beauty out of there.
We're gonna put that beauty back in. Ready? Come on, I got you. My foot slipped on the inside of the boat. That was slimy.
Yeah, good picture. To get it to stay above the hook, we want to cut like a plastic disc. I've been using an old Catfish Charlie bait lid. You can see the size I've been using. These have been a little bit small, so I'm gonna cut one out that's a little bit bigger than that. Essentially, I'm just cutting a piece. It's gonna give it some surface area so it doesn't pass over the hook, and you'll see what I mean once we get it put together. Now I want to be able to make a hole in the center of that to run my line through. So grab something sharp. If you have a nail, I got these little hemostat pliers. I'm just going to punch a hole in the center. Just like that.
Okay, down. Oh, 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 hot, juicy, and wet.
Oh, that one here.
I had a yanker over here too. Go for it, I got you.
Oh, it's a good one.
Nice. Honey, I think we're about to get doubled up on cats. How crazy would that be?
Okay, with that swivel on there on our leader already, I'm gonna put the bait holder on now, and I want the rounded end to go on towards the swivel. Then I'm going to put my plastic disc on, and then I'm going to tie on a treble hook. And you could probably get away with a single hook too, but I like the treble hooks. They hook up very well. And the treble hook I'm using is a Gamakatsu number 4. Number 4 seems to be a good size for catfish. So there again, I'm going to utilize the Palomar knot on my treble hook. Run it through twice, make an overhand knot, run that hook through the loop, and then pull the tag ends. Since this is a 60-pound test, takes a little bit of some pliers to pull on it. I got 2 pairs here. Get that good and snug. And cut that tag end off. And then that's going to be your bait holder. That ended up being a little bit short. That's not going to be a problem though. This catfish will definitely eat that. We are hooked up. We just made a move out. This one feels good, but I think I'm on the branch too.
Oh no. Oh no. Good vibes, good vibes, good
I
vibes.
think he's free now. Oh, we got one over there. Just wait. He's pounding it, but it's been a slow day, but we're getting bites here and there. Just haven't been able to get that next fish in the boat. This one feels pretty good. Is that net handy?
Yep, I'm slowly making my way to it.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Quickly making my way to it, quickly. Coming left, right, or down the center? Covey, stay. Got it. What strange, got it. Covey, make good choices. Got it. In and down. She's safe. Oh, I've seen that happen on like TikTok. Dang it.
Well, you guys don't get to see it. It was a pretty nice cat, maybe 5-6 pounder. Yeah, I was worried about that because it was in a bad spot. It was wrapped up in the line. I'll show you one here I've got rigged up already. This is the same setup I just made with the swivel, 60-pound mono, the rolled up mesh tube. I'll put a link down below where you can find this mesh tube. And then the treble hook, and then the stopper. This is the smaller stopper I was telling you about. I like to go a little bit bigger just because these have been kind of pushing down over that stopper and getting on down to the hook. This is nice because the bait's here, the hook is trailing the bait, that fish comes up and wants to bite on that stinky bait, and then they just naturally get hooked. And the fish we've been catching have been hooked right in the lip. They're not swallowing these baits, so it's been very effective. Here we go.
Yes, yes, yes. Me. You. Ready and go.
Fish. We're hooked up.
Yeah, it's hooked. There he is.
This little guy. You got him. Jab.
Should we net him or should I just lift him up?
I'll just grab him, I think. Go. It's our third cat of the day. Actually, well, yeah, we'll call it the third. Second one in hand. Nice little guy. We're just hitting these trees that are sticking up out in the middle of the channel. We've been hitting stuff along the bank all day, and it seems like they might be out in the middle of the channel. That was a nice little fish.
That's so pretty.
To my mono leader, I tie my main line. This is 100-pound braided line. Like I said, don't worry about using too heavy a line. If you're fishing around snags, you want that extra powerful line to get it out. I got a bead above the swivel and then my 3-ounce sinker, and that sinker can just slide. So when that sinker's on the bottom, the fish doesn't feel the sinker, it can just pull line through, and then you see the bite at your rod tip. So that's our basic setup for dip bait. Now to load these up with bait, now you can just do it how you traditionally would, dip it into the tub, push it down with a stick, get it loaded up, and that works fine. Something we've been doing, which has been working pretty well, is just using a little cup like this. This is just the bottom off a spray bottle. We cut it off, and you put your bait in there like that, and then we are loading our dip bait into caulking tubes. You can get empty caulking tubes on Amazon. I bought a bunch of them and they work great for loading up with dip bait, and then you can apply it to your dip bait holder. I put it into this little holder and then I insert the tip into the center of the dip bait holder and just squeeze, comes out a little slow, so I just wait and it fills that dip bait holder up. Now if you get a little bit of overspill into the cup, that's no big deal, and then you can just kind of roll it around and get some on the outside edges, but it completely saturates that dip bait holder with the dip bait. That bait is contained within the mesh structure of that bait holder, and it'll stay on in the water for a long time. This one's going.
Yeah, it is. Go ahead. Yep, there it is.
Fish on. I fished this tree the other night and had a couple good bites, and it proved to be a good choice again. Oh yeah, nice one. Ooh, good fish. Nice kit. So that's the method we're using for dip baits. It's been working good. It's something I'm just starting to work with, and I want to share it with you guys because it has been effective. So if you're thinking about getting into some dip bait fishing, I suggest trying this. It's a great and effective way to catch channel cats.